My.
Time for takeoff. Eat this!
Let's spark you.
Let's play! Think you can get away? Here we go! Time for takeoff. Brace yourselves. Nice and spicy.
Try not to enjoy this.
Yahoo! Think you can get away? Eat this! Brace yourselves. Yes, you're toast!
Surrender now.
Time for takeoff. Yahoo! Out of the frying pan.
Come a little closer.
Eat this! Think you can get away?
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Here we go! Boba, get them! Time for takeoff. You're toast!
Thank you for Add Astra.
Time to go.
There's still a lot of room.
Time to go.
thought the Fortress of Meropide would be super scary, but looking back on it, you've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit Oh, you mean Wriothessly? Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually pretty easy. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guy? Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making...
Excuse me, did I hear someone there?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn...
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But,
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you.
You're inside the box? Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Just your hat? But then, why can't you look for it? Huh? Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair! Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away! What kind of hat was it?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but it's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a... It's really important to me.
Don't worry, we'll be back! Paimon doesn't see anything here. Well, let's go somewhere else. Just where is that thing? Oh, this is... Nothing in the water either. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that... That's a good idea. Why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? If memory serves, they got... How did you know what Paimon was thinking? Oh, this is bad. Nothing gets past... Well, either way, let's go check it out for...
Time to go.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing it now. Just wait a sec. Oh, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
No. Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not some flying chunk of gingerbread.
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes. So, I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy. I'm just...
There's no need to put yourself down like that. Paimon's just venting.
Why, your heroic actions at Araneus have long made their way to the Fortress of Meropide. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course, everyone wants to be introduced. Well, I figure you'd... After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard And no, I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then. As fate would have it, I've become fast friends. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends, and... Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for? No problem. Hey, feel free to check out anything you want.
Wait, but that's, you don't have to be so nice.
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Now,
All right, Paimon will take a look.
are you sure you don't want more? These opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
It's all right, two will do. It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. Terminology later. That poor guy must still be... Thank you so much!
No problem, and thank you for your patronage. I'd appreciate it if you could put in a nice word for our establishment the next time you...
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews. We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air. You can come out now!
You did? Oh, Archon, you duck!
Wait! So, you're not actually...
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one! We tried really hard to look for your hat, but... Does it have some kind of sentiment?
What? Sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Wriothessly! It's been...
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even, I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. But you might not have the same luck.
Understood. Then I'll be off. Bye.
What a strange guy. Oh, and has he done something wrong?
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who...
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many... The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereo. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never...
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it...
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual... The Beret Society does appear to be an exception. And if you have some time, why don't we grab something at the Coupon Cafe? And if you're still interested in the berets after that, I can take you to their...
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but...
All right then, please follow me.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so
I'll pass on the food, then. What about you?
Then Paimon will also pass.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly...
Then, I must beg, if you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks.
Yes, please? Huh.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. And that can...
2 bottles coming
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after. so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds.
Whoa, that'd be quite the long story.
Impressive. Not all who possess the courage to risk their life for their ideals also have this. Had you not possessed these remarkable qualities, I probably wouldn't have had the chance to make your acquaintance in the first place.
Paimon gets the sense that guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration? So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top. So, what do you
Kinda.
I'm perfectly aware of that, too. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with...
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find they were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately.
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband.
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hat. Now, what do we have here?
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box...
Yep. We can't just send them back up now.
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well?
It's only been a couple minutes since we agreed to continue friendly relations with each other, and you're already planning to overthrow me? Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then?
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No take-backs. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants... this one. This dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be worth a ton of more, Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead? There's something weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of...
Is that so? Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks. Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun. Fair enough. Go ahead.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw something, right?
What do we have here?
Whoa, this is certainly a
Already played.
Something else instead. There's something... She picked Paimon couldn't even...
Let me give it a try. I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on it.
Then... actually, never
I'll take
mind.
this gem then and
Paimon's
run a
gonna
thorough
pass.
investigation on it.
Then... the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
You do have a point. In that case, we should... Seems like we're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out this society. I can introduce you, and we can also...
Wait, are you this free every...
Just noticed? I wasn't exact...
We are honored by your visit, Your Grey. Are these your two guests?
Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is their gathering place. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up an organization in the same way as you would in the world above. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. I remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything, but that's when the thought came to me. It was with your...
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Wriothessly?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, but the Society is a great place for...
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mir? Oh, right, and what's the...
There's nothing deep about it. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, and when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this...
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model...
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please, wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around, too, if you...
Oh, right. What happened to you?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of... kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small... We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to...
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Well, we're already here. Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the We've got some classics, as well as, most of them are writing diaries. Some quit drinking.
It's because you all...
Not only that, but with how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though. You never know what you may be good at until you... And while you're here, no matter what you do.
So this is...
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at... And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to...
Don't worry, we will.
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there...
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to... I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but besides this space, which our members use, these rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use them.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant?
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it...
Yep, and that's exactly why we all think we...
Hey, you there, newbie!
Huh?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you follow my... Ha! With one shout, You can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lung. Why don't you also give it a try? Just remember to take it.
Alright, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all... That would explain... Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation.
Of course, Your Grace. I will attend to those matters.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier.
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process. It's all right with me, though.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
Yeah, you're right. By themselves.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychology. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, but if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile...
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the society, I had met too many people who could not come to terms with... And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find...
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just...
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though...
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the...
What? You fight in the ring too? Wearing those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Hey, isn't that the guy who lost his hat? Did you come here to relax too? What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you. I'm sorry, but...
He's still as weird as before.
Dugier, do you know what's up with...
I'm also not too sure about that, as far as, after all, it's my responsibility as the...
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked? Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, and when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times. Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect...
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Yes, right away.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace...
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to...
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so...
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day.
Well, what's your opinion of this?
Paimon thinks it's pretty. Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but there's only one potential problem. If the society does too good...
That is certainly a possibility, but at this point in time, they're still reducing my work. As expected, the whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now a confrontation may no longer be avoidable. Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them you left something. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already... And with his watchful eye removed, you may well...
Can't you just tell us
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the... It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I'll explain everything to you later. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one...
It's just as Wriothessly said. Seems like you said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So Paimon will do her best to help.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized...
Oh, okay.
Nobody? It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it. We're not gonna...
I'll go find Mr. Dugier.
No need. We're just looking for... We can look around. Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and... I'm sorry. But you can't check out the books, right?
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you?
Sorry.
Hey, hello?
Hello? How can I help you? The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and, I mean, you've already heard...
You don't know...
sorry, that's not what I meant. It's...
Hey, big...
What do you...
Isn't this how you greeted us earlier? Take a deep breath.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You sure are a fast learner. I ate some... You're looking for something, you said?
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
Oh, you're back. How are things at their headquarters?
It was as if they had all turned into completely different people.
That would prove the dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Right. He was acting super scared. Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since...
And that's precisely why I took it.
Oh, so the one who started it all... It was you all along?
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states. Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever you...
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just in all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for... Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the... And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable.
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure...
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice, and that's why even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable...
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured... And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated...
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a
Fish?
Let's give them some time. My God, you can find me in my office when the time comes.
Hey! Wriothessly's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Time to go.
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to mind. Why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point.
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with... It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone... Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them. Yes, so it became imperative for me to refuse. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified there was no way to keep our investigation a secret.
That makes sense. Wait.
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own, but now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the... That likely set his internal alarms off all at once. Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the if we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I must say, I was...
So you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the society from the very... I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble. Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to...
You used us as a part of your plan too!
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might. But I can assure you that I've now told you Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate... Would you be willing to lend...
But Paimon's still mad at you!
You have my thanks. Now, there are still 2 outstanding matters in our investigation. I've examined one before. The other is the true purpose of the Black Gem. We haven't been able to get... It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's...
Please, do.
I apologize for my lack of composure. Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain it now that he's lost Dugier's trust. What awaits him is agonizing
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most, rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace. Every secret may be found within...
Ah, here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like she rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to...
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have...
Like we believe you.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know his great...
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasal. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so...
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like.
It's all right, Avise. As long as you tell me what it is that you're... No matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you.
Your Grace... Forget it.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have...
But why?
In that case, Avise and I will be off. Once again...
Miss Avise, please show me your head. There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say... The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. We've spent all of our time working. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's...
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the fortress of Meripede. All right, Avise.
Just what's up with that guy? He makes... We should have shown...
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. He must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would... And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. The true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is, however, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head...
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon.
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. But there's nothing wrong with the hats themselves. The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from the beginning that we wouldn't be able to find any evidence. I need to think about this a bit more. But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avise feel the need to remove her hat? I can't seem...
I have an idea, but...
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier. That would mean that Avise didn't stay silent out of fear. Let me take a look. I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical, is hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail. Let's see.
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid. And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions. With that in mind, this liquid is probably a high...
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would... The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever... Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of...
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
That might not even be all. Let's go. We can't let Dugier escape.
Time to go. Time to go.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when—
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things. So perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh! Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable... Let's go check out the other areas, too.
Hey, come here! Have a look at this! This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up. Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote the...
Look at what I found. This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members. Indeed. It's easy to become lost and and if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less. Dugier has already taken...
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any Society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. The lime scale, the layers of dust. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home.
Oh.
They're gone? That could only mean...
Indeed. As long as he allowed Society members... Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistle blows. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, and only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as...
But then, where can we...
Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket. I'm of the same mind.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. We should be on the right track. Let's go. We can
A reward on the road.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them!
It's rising! Run!
Did Dugier send you? Why did you—
Come on! It's time to talk!
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes to—
Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be—
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen him.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that—
Into the wind.
There's so much space down here!
Yeah, these are all former work areas. There are usually guards on patrol here. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises.
The pleasure is all mine.
There's so much space down here!
Yeah, these are all former work areas. There are usually— Stay sharp. He's got—
Let the mighty be humbled!
Fallen leaves, adorn my nights, one with nature.
Silence! Let's begin.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow—
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dujier really...
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the guard... It seems like he's prepared for a...
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission. 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water. I see.
But that's just...
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and to avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dujier's. Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose...
Is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway...
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime. If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. But the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dujier, I think it's more important you guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some others.
Open the door. Forget it, Whoa! It's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? Look, the other side's open! Let's go.
A moment, please.
The wind knows it.
Stand with me!
Let's begin.
Settle down!
A moment, please.
It's so high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Ooh! The water level's gone way up! So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Strong!
Let's begin.
Silence!
These should be the prisons. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's
Let's still rescue the ones who got left. Hey, it's alright.
No, I won't try to. Don't get close to me.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now.
The door's open. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you.
Understood. And please take care as...
Let's go back. That mechanism from the first room. Don't forget to bring these along.
This seems to be something like...
This is a surveillance terminal. I'm sure Dugier really enjoyed...
Oh, that makes pipe... This seems to be...
This is a surveillance... I'm sure Dugier...
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores. Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle, I'm sorry.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that...
Oh, Wriothessly. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when...
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop back. Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be... And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it...
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to... But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who... And you say that's what they've always deserved?
He's really mad.
You think me arrogant, Wriothessly. Well, I think you're too young. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip... Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against the...
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of pop. Beckon.
As one with wind and cloud.
Have a safe trip. Settle down.
Wind strike.
Lightning terrified!
Get a little chilly. Where now? If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood. Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but I have to take responsibility for it. As does the fortress. Even I wouldn't be able to find Hugh.
So, do you have a plan for how—
Oh, Dugier? For now, I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishment. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience every—
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria.
No, Paimon—
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal.
Oh, then you've got yourself—
Be sanctified.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind her for sure. That's not what Paimon meant at all. Wriothessly, you got what Paimon meant.
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well.
You sure got everything taken—
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory. Please, go ahead. Ah, that's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain, all children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who... Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles. Yes, like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their... They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, but I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. My methods were extreme, yeah, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved. It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not...
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a vis and facade!
It was all because you arrived in time.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
You're getting married?
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell in. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier, and after this incident, we've...
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, but we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fort, so we are just wondering,
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
Oh, we can't thank you enough. We are actually also planning to stay here after the...
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here, and we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest...
Hey, loosen up a bit! Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free...
Yeah, I'll always take a genuine expression.
Grab yourself a welfare meal. Grab yourself a weapon.
Melusines are...
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Germinate! Scatter! Dissipate!
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble.
Clouds high, the birds call, wind strike.
Spring forth! Looking for a fight? Our bond is strong!
Justice is blindsided.
As one with wind and cloud!
I'll settle this! Stand with me! Ha!
Silence!
Wind strider!
Propagate!
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
Clouds high, the birds come.
Germinate!
Settle down. An oversight on my part. Be sanctified. Bow your head.
One with nature.
Scatter!
Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Spring forth! Out of my way!
Let the mighty be humbled.
That hurts!
Our bond is strong! Ha!
Settle down.
Justice is blindsided.
Be sanctified.
Clouds high. The birds.
I'll settle this. Stand with me. Germinate!
Bow your head.
Scatter! Our bond is strong.
Justice is blood. Let the mighty be humbled.
Ah!
Silence.
Dissipate!
Settle down.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind strike!
Propagate! Germinate! Out of my way! Stand with me!
Silence. The tides beckon.
Wind strike! As one with wind and cloud!
Bow your head. An oversight on my part.
Absorption test. Dissipate! Why do I have to write so many papers? Why?
oversight on my
Animal
part.
test 60 away. Stars, shine for me.
Silence!
Stand clear. Animal test 93 away.
Let the mighty be humbled. Have a seat.
Stand clear. Another animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test. Shine for me. Animal test 63 away.
Settle down. Stay clear. Face your be sanctified.
Enhanced animal module 75. Stand clear. Don't be scared.
It's the time to beckoning. Let's bow your head.
Absorption test. Line to command.
Let the mighty be humbled. Settle down.
Stay clear. Absorption test.
Face your guilt.
Animal hypostasis simulation.
Come on.
Don't be scared. Absorption test.
Settle down. Chill. Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Stars, shine for me. Stand clear. Animal test 63 away.
Settle down.
Go. Line to command.
Let the mighty be humbled. Bow your head.
Not now. Don't be scared.
Let's go somewhere cooler.
Let it be known that divinity is mine! Insignificant past! Clouds high.
Settle down. Be sanctified.
My body! I am the all-knowing God! Burn to oblivion! Filth!
When the time comes in, I shall return.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
Settle down.
Good riddance, cruel world. Fallen leaves adorn my night. Behold. Not possible.
Let the mighty be humble.
One with wind and clouds. The wind moves me. One with me. I can't lose it all again.
bond is strong. Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away.
stand back! Let's light it up!
You dare overstep your mortal authority?
Let's light it up!
Dare to mess with
Teamwork is dreamwork!
We'll see about that.
Let's light it up!
Too late for regrets.
Fight me in sex. For 1,000 years.
Going in! Ow!
Today, you witness your reckoning.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Keeps its course.
You're dead.
That's gonna hurt in the morning!
Enraged earth will not absolve you.
Everything was futile. So many regrets.
You stand upon your tomb, though you know it
Let's
not.
light it up!
Come, experience an eon of suffering.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Careful, don't lose your life.
Let's light it up!
Gears of the storm. We'll see about that. Dare to mess with me.
Let's light it up! Adventure time! Teamwork is dreamwork!
To the earth.
Truth repeats its course. We'll see about that.
Get out of here! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Too late for regret.
Why do they never miss? Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Gears of the storm.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain.
Let's light it up! Adventure time! Ow! Everybody stand back! Adventure time! Off we go! I'm going in!
Shifting sands know not the mountain.
Let's light it up!
Be crushed.
Everybody stand back!
Back to the earth.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up! That's gonna hurt in the morning! Let's light it up! I'm going in! Stand with me!
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.